Kardashian West, we're going to be going over Kim's flawless foundation routine. So I'm going to start off by just cleansing and prepping her skin. I'm using Ren's 3-in-1 cleansing water to allow foundation to lay smoothly. I'm going to take Kate Somerville's moisturizer. The more moisturized your skin is, the easier the foundation is going to be able to lay smoothly. So the foundation that I'm going to be using on Kim today is Armani Designer Lift. It is very buildable, so I'm going to apply it with a damp beauty blender. I'm just evenly applying this with the beauty blender all over the skin. I'm going to bring it down onto her neck too, because we don't want a floating face. So for under the eyes, I'm going to be using a Morphe G17 brush. This is going to allow me to get really precisely like underneath her eyes, any coverage. And then apply the foundation right on your eyelids as well. Gonna go ahead and highlight underneath her eyes. The reason I'm using my fingers is it allows the product to really like melt into the skin. I'm just gonna put this right underneath her eyes and kind of like an upside down triangle. So I'm gonna take the beauty blender to the smaller side and just press all the colors in together. I'm gonna take MAC's 210 brush and we're gonna use the same concealer down the bridge of her nose, on her cupid's bow, peak of her forehead, and right underneath her lips. This is a smaller blending brush and I'm going to use this to blend in the highlight that we just put on her nose. Because I like a really nice bright highlight on Kim, I'm going to be using Makeup Forever Lift Concealer in number 1. I'm going to apply it with a precision brush, then we're going to use the beauty blender to press it in. So I'm also going to apply this concealer down the bridge of her nose. You want to make sure you do it in a straight line on the peak of the forehead, right above the cupid's bow, and then on her chin. Go in with the beauty blender and blend the colors together. I'm going to go in and contour her now. I'm using Tom Ford's Shade and Illuminate, and we're going to put this just right in the hollows of her cheekbones. And I personally like to blend as I go. I don't like drawing lines and then blending out there. I like blending as I go. I feel like it really makes the blending easier because the product is still warm on your skin. Bring it up onto the halo of her forehead. And we're gonna put this underneath her jawline as well to give it that slimming effect. We're gonna blend it again with the beauty blender. And we're gonna take a smaller blending brush. This is a MAC 239. I'm gonna put this on each side of her nose, connecting it from the top to the tip. This is really gonna give her a slimming effect. And then from there, we can blend away the middle. I'm gonna be using Laura Mercier's translucent powder in number 1. I'm putting on a pretty generous amount underneath the eyes, wherever we highlighted. By putting this like amount of powder on is gonna really brighten underneath the eyes. Actually underneath the hollow of her cheekbones, and apply the powder there as well to further like reverse contour. We're gonna bring this down the bridge of the nose, on the forehead, and just brush away all the powder. So I'm gonna go in with Suntan Matte Smashbox Bronzer. Go in the hollows of the cheekbones, go underneath the chin. Because I'm using like such a fluffy brush, it really allows the application to be a lot more light and fluffy, so it just looks a little bit more natural. And then just on the halo of her forehead, I'm just gonna go over the application once more with my beauty blender and just kind of melt all the colors together. Again, because I want the foundation to